Well, hello, everyone. I want to spend just a few minutes with you to talk about the new SBA Express Loan Program. As shared here on the screen, this is a great way for startups and early stage businesses to access up to $150,000 very quickly. As I think you may know, those of us that started our 501c3, we all used to work for the SBA. And I really believe that the SBA 7A Express loans are some of the best kept secrets in terms of small business finance. Now, while we're only able to get at least at most 150,000 from this tranche, this could be the initial tranche, and then we could go for other types of capital afterwards. Also, I'll be first to admit the SBA loans much more than 150,000 up into the millions. But there's different SBA funding programs, and then different banks operate differently. So our strategic relationship with the specific bank for this program does have a hard cap of 150,000. But don't let that be too negative. There's a number of positive attributes that we'll go through. So as I briefly mentioned, who should participate? Entrepreneurs seeking an initial tranche of up to 150,000 of capital to start or grow a small business. We can be pre-formation, we can be early stage, we can be startup. Frankly, we can even be mature, but you can't be too early in the process to qualify for the SBA Express program. As we know, and as stated here, according to the SBA, having adequate access to capital is one of the biggest challenges to entrepreneurs in reaching their potential. So this program can contribute towards having the capital you need to start, to grow, to thrive. So we have a technical advisory team of business paralegals. All of us have worked for the SBA and or SBDC. And so we have created many loan packages. And so we know exactly what the bank is looking for. And that's often the missing ingredient. Frequently, I'll have small businesses say, well, I need capital, but I can't get approved. In many cases, it's because either you're going after the wrong type of capital or you're not properly prepared, and having a loan package is essential. And we'll talk more in just a moment about what's included in a loan package. What's important about the SBA Express loan program is we know we have a contract with the bank, so we know exactly what they're looking for, exactly the forms and the content. So we can make it very easy, very simple, very streamlined, because we have a very laser focused approach. Now, we've received a grant. Great news. You automatically qualify for the grant. So the cost of building the loan package is normally $2,500. The grant will cover $1,500 of that. So that reduces your portion considerably. And then of your portion, what the grant doesn't cover, we split that, and half of that you don't even pay until after you get your funding. So it doesn't get any better than that. Let's scroll on down. So as we see here on the screen, we can help you fund your future with an SBA loan from an experienced banking partner devoted to your success. And so the bank that we're working with is one of the largest SBA lenders in the United States. They have a department specifically focused on this program, SBA 7A Express loans of 150,000 or less. We're getting approvals in the same day, in many cases an hour or two, and the funding is fast in only 10 days, technically 10 business days. So what I mentioned before is it's really important to understand that you need a lender compliant loan package to be approved. And I know a lot of small businesses think, well, I don't want a loan package, I just want funding. But it doesn't work that way. We have to show that we're qualified and credible enough to get approved, or we don't get the funding. So there's 3 steps to that process: a desire for capital, being qualified for the capital, and getting funded. Where a lot of small businesses fail is they skip the middle step. Oh, I want money, I need money, just give it to me. Well, it doesn't work that way. So our team's going to help you build out the business plan. We know exactly what this lender wants. And frankly, it's a 1-page business plan. They don't want 2 pages or 3 pages. Again, we've got a contract with them. We have all the information, so we can help create the loan package specifically as they require. We'll put together the financial projections and then put together the support documentation that's needed. So you might say, well, how long does this take? In most cases, we can pull this together in less than a week. If you're in a hurry, we can accelerate it, but let's just figure we need about a week to get prepared. Then we can apply for funding. As I stated before, we're typically getting same-day approvals, and then they need 10 days to fund it, but that's 10 business days. So what are some things you should know? Number one, quick approvals. We've talked about that same day as the application. Now, if we're working together and we don't get the application ready until 4 p.m. local time, it's not going to be approved the same day. It's going to be the next business day. But in general, same day. Fast funding, which we talked about, 10 days, but it's 10 business days. So you have to count in weekends and holidays. It is true, startup businesses can receive SBA express loans, but we can't do this for a nonprofit. A lot of people have misinformation about SBA loans, and they'll say things, oh, like startups can't qualify. You have to be in business at least 2 years. That is not true. The SOP, the standard operating procedures of the SBA, states what the requirements are, but the SBA is the guarantor. You always are working through a bank or a lending partner. They have their own underwriting criteria. So when you hear misinformation like, oh, you have to be in business 2 years to get an SBA loan, that may be true for that given bank, but that is not true for the SBA, and it's certainly not true for our banking partner. Must be a US-based business. As I mentioned before, if 150,000 is not enough, we could start with that and then go after additional funding later. We offer no risk to you. We have a written guarantee, of course. People always, well, typically they'll ask, well, what about credit? What about credit? What about credit? Well, the SBA uses a different credit scoring algorithm, and it's called FICO SBSS. We only need a 165, and there's only one of two scenarios. Either you meet that or we'll help you meet that. So no worries about credit. It's a very streamlined process. So I encourage you to give this a try. If you're looking for funding to start or grow a business, this is a proven, credible way. We got tons of success stories. There's no question that the SBA sets aside billions of dollars every year to help small businesses like yours. There's absolutely no doubt that there are qualified banks like our banking partner that is actively facilitating and lending money. And we certainly have the competency to help you put together your technical, as a technical advisor team, put together your loan package and help you get qualified. So again, questions, concerns, email us support@businessparalegalcorp.com, and we sure look forward to helping you get your capital. Have a good day. Thank you.